Hello, I'm Aurora and welcome back to our freehanding corner. This is part 2 of freehanding this detailed golden set. And in this video I will cover exactly how I freehanded this skirt, but if you're more interested in making the top, just go to part 1. Feel free to use this video as your canvas to create your very own skirt. I will list all the materials I used on the screen, but I go through them more in part 1. To start the skirt, I will use the gold color, and we're basically just going to make a really long single crochet foundation chain. The stitch we're about to do uses a stitch count divisible by 8. I don't want this design to ruffle up too much and become heavy, so I will stick to the same amount of stitches that I used for my lilac version, which was 144. But of course, feel free to use as many stitches as you want, but just make sure that it is at least longer than your hip ratio so you can actually put on your skirt. Now when we have our stitches, we want to create a circle, so I will slip stitch into that first single crochet, but make sure your work is not twisted. Then we will chain 4, counting as a treble crochet. For round 2, we do not turn our work, and we work 6 treble crochet into that very same stitch we're already in. And then we will skip the next 3 stitches and work a puff stitch with 5 loop draws into that 4th stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, grab the yarn, pull through all except 1, and then grab the yarn and pull through the remaining 2. And then we will skip the next 3 stitches and put 7 treble crochet into that 4th stitch. And then this is how the pattern will repeat for the entire row. Just skip 3, put a puff stitch, skip 3, put 7 treble crochet. I will meet you at the end. We're at the end of the row here, and we will just slip stitch into that first chain, and then chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we will leave this gold color alone, so I'm just gonna make sure it doesn't unravel. And then we're gonna face the wrong side, and now we're gonna insert our hook into that very same chain, kind of like the front loop of it. And then I will chain 1 and do 1 double crochet and 1 slip stitch into that same stitch. And then into that next puff stitch, we're going to put a regular slip stitch. And then into the next 7 front loops, we will put 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch. And then we will just repeat this around the entire row. So put 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch into each front loop except for the puff stitches. Just put a regular slip stitch in them. And here to finish off this row, I will just slip stitch to that first double crochet, chain 1 and cut the yarn. And now we will go back to this chain 5. And for this next row, we will work into these back loops that we left. We will put 1 double treble crochet into each of them except for the puff stitches. Here we will put a front post triple treble crochet that I will show you. So 1 double treble into the next 6 stitches. And here we will put a front post triple treble, and to do this we will yarn over 4 times and then just do a front post stitch around it. And then again 7 double treble crochet and another front post triple treble around the puff stitch, and just repeat this all around the row. And to finish this row, I will put 1 slip stitch into that first chain. And in the next row, I don't want to be starting in this stitch, so I'm going to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. And then I will chain 1 and turn. And here, let's put 1 double crochet and 1 slip stitch into the stitch we are in. And then we will skip these 2 stitches and put a back post treble crochet around the triple treble crochet. And then into that same stitch right here, we will put 1 double crochet, 1 puff stitch with 5 loop draws, 3, 4, 5, and then a picot stitch. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a slip stitch into that first chain. And then I just like to put a slip stitch into this little space here as well, and then put another double crochet into that same stitch, and then do another back post treble crochet around that same stitch. And then skip 2 stitches and put a slip stitch in the next. So this is what it should look like right now. And next we will put 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch into the next 3 stitches, but I'm counting with the stitch I'm already in. So 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch. For the next triple treble crochet, we will just repeat what we did here. So 1 back post treble crochet, and then 1 double crochet into the same stitch, 1 puff stitch, a picot stitch, and then just a slip stitch into this space, another double crochet, and then another back post treble crochet. So just repeat this around the whole row. And to finish this row, I will just put a slip stitch into that first double crochet, chain 1 and turn to the right side. And we have some really cool textures right now. And you can pull a little bit on these front post stitches to put them in shape. And now we're just basically going to repeat everything we've done, but this first row of single crochet will be a bit different. So we're going to start with a single crochet into the stitch we're in, skip the slip stitch, another single crochet, skip the slip stitch, and a third single crochet. And then we will put the single crochet foundation chain, 5 of those stitches. So insert the hook into the stitch you are in, pull through the first loop, pull through the remaining loops, and repeat that 4 more times. 2, 5, and these 5 stitches count for this part right here. So now we want to put a single crochet into this stitch, but we want to attach it to this stitch here, so we're going to insert our hook there and then pull the yarn through here before doing a single crochet. And then again skip the slip stitch, another single crochet, skip the slip stitch, and a third. And then we will just repeat this around the entire row. And to finish off this row, I will just put a slip stitch to that first single crochet, pull through all those loops at once. And then now it's just a matter of repeating the rows from these shell stitches and onwards. It's important to keep in mind that we want to be putting the shell stitches right above this picot stitch here. So I'm gonna have to put 5 more slip stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here, and then I can chain 4. Yeah, just repeat every row that we've done until the desired length of your skirt. I am back. I only repeated these rows once, so I have 2 clusters of the stitch. I also ended on the single crochet row. If you want to make the skirt longer, you can always add more rows, but I don't know if I would recommend going for a full-on maxi skirt because this stitch can get a bit heavy and you would probably need to do some increases as well. I also haven't tried it myself, but I guess you can be the first one. I know this looks crazy short right now, but I promise we will add more rows on top and the bottom. I just want to start doing the ruffles here. But regardless of how many rows you added, we want to repeat this cluster 2 more times with some modifications. So I will just try to explain it to you real quick. This is the section we want to repeat 2 more times, and each time we do that we want to increase the stitch count in each shell stitch by 2. So right now we have 7, then the next time we do it we want to put 9, and then the second time we want to put 11. And that stitch count, of course, also affects the other rows. So this would also increase by 2, these double treble crochets by 2, these 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch by 2. And this puff stitch right here, we also want to put in the back loop instead of through both loops, because we want to save that front loop for the ruffles later. I hope that explanation makes somewhat sense, but I will just do it and then show you a bit more close up. I just finished my 2 clusters and this is what it looks like. It's very simple actually. You will just increase in the shell stitches and then adjust the stitch count to the next rows on top of them. Yeah, I hope you can see clear enough. Now let's move on to make the ruffles. I've already put some stitch markers here where we're gonna work. So we're gonna work 3 kind of fake layers here into the picot stitches. And I will start in this one right here. I'm gonna start with the gold color and then chain 4 counting as a treble crochet. And then put 8 more treble crochet into that same picot stitch. And then we will skip the next few stitches and put a front loop puff stitch right above this previous puff stitch right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then just 9 treble crochets into the next picot stitch. And then we're just going to repeat and put a puff stitch into that front loop above the previous puff stitch, and then 9 more picot stitches into the next picot stitch. I'm at the end of the row here and I'll just slip stitch to that first chain, and then I will chain 1 and then put 1 front loop crab stitch around the entire row. At the end of this row, I will just chain 1 and cut the yarn. For this next row, I inserted my hook into the back loop of that chain 4, switched yarn color, and then chain 4, counting as a treble crochet. And then I will put 1 back loop treble crochet into each stitch around the row, except for these puff stitches here. Here we will put front post double treble crochet. And here at the end of the row, we want to put a slip stitch into that first chain 4. I'm going to change my yarn color as I do that. Also, I didn't like the color progression I had, so I just switched the colors if you're wondering why it looks different. And then I will chain 1 and turn. This is the last row of this ruffle, and here we just want to put 1 double crochet, 1 slip stitch into each stitch, except for this double treble crochet here. We want to put a back post puff stitch, 2, 3, and then a picot stitch, and then I just again like to put a slip stitch here and then a slip stitch into that same double treble. And then you will just continue this around the entire row. Here is our finished first layer of this ruffle. And now we will just repeat it 2 more times for these sections. But in this next pink section, we will put 11 stitches into the picot stitches. And in this bottom blue one, we will be putting 13. So they will be like increases. But yeah, I'll see you when I'm done with that. Here are the finished ruffles. They're a bit scrunched up right now. They will look better after we blocked it. Just let you have a closer look of this too. We're almost done with the skirt. Now we will just add a few more rows here on the top. So I'm going to insert my hook into the space here of a puff stitch. We will not be working into the loops here, and again work a bit further into our foundation chain. And then I will chain 5, counting as a double treble, and into that same space I'll put 6 more double trebles. And then I will skip 3 stitches and put a puff stitch with 5 loop draws into this space right here. And then skip 3 stitches again and put 7 double treble crochets into this puff stitch space. And we will just continue this all the way around. To finish this row, we will put a slip stitch into that first chain. It's kind of a back loop slip stitch. We will only be working into the back loops for this next row. So chain 1 and then put 1/2 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. And then 1 back loop single crochet into the next 3 stitches. 2 half double crochet in the back loops. And then 1 back loop double crochet. And then just repeat. So 2 half double crochets, 3 single crochets, and then 2 half double crochets, 1 double crochet. And repeat that all the way around. And to finish this row, I will put a front loop slip stitch into that first stitch, but I will also change my yarn color. Then chain 1, and in this final row we will just work 1 front loop slip stitch into each stitch. And to end this final row, we will just slip stitch to that first stitch, chain 1 and cut the yarn. The skirt is finally finished. All that's left is to sew all of these ends and also add elastic thread to these loops that we just left. You will just slip stitch the elastic thread all the way around. I'm also going to block this, so I will meet you when I've done all of those things. And here we have it on. This is the back. I forgot my chain, so I just switched it for this ribbon material. I also added these little ribbons here. I just tied it to the skirt. It's single crochet foundation chain. Of course, you don't have to add it if you don't want to. I just like how it gives the skirt this little shape. I think this yarn suits a skirt much better. You can see how flowy it is. It is a bit heavy though, but personally I don't mind if crochet pieces are a bit heavy, unless they stretch of course, but I don't feel like it has. I've been wearing it for a while now. I hope you've liked this tutorial. It's my first YouTube video, so let me know what you think. But of course, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and let's help each other out. This was more of a detailed tutorial. I think in the future I will probably bring you in to my more experimental pieces. I've had a lot of fun filming this though, so I'll definitely see you guys soon. Bye bye!